And we're back on Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott, joined now by Lori Clanton, who's going to tell us about Fresno Mindfulness walks.
Hi, Mike.
I'm getting mindful.
Okay.
What are these walks all about?
Well, I tell you, about a year ago, I started accidentally. And I woke up on a Saturday morning and decided to walk a neighborhood other than my own.
That can be scary.
There's a little bit of that, too, at the unknown, right? Leaving what's familiar. And so that first Saturday, I walked a new neighborhood that wasn't my own in Fresno, and I saw things that surprised me. And trying to be someone who wants to be informed about my city and part of the solutions, I thought, I don't know Fresno. I know my little routes that I take to work and home and school, shopping, church, but I don't know all these neighborhoods.
We all take the same streets all the time.
All the time.
You have to bust out of it every once in a while. Right?
And so this was my way of doing that. And so after that first week, I told a couple of friends about it, and people started joining me and said, hey, put this on Facebook. I did, and I have just completed 52 walks. So my walking across Fresno in a year on the 4th of July weekend was my 52nd walk.
Wow. How much of the city do you think you've covered?
Well, about 220 miles. And, yeah, right.
Wow.
And I figured Fresno's about 10 miles by 10 miles. And I looked for residential neighborhoods. And with a Google map, I would plot, different neighborhoods and make about a 4 to 5 mile walk on a Saturday morning. I would post the route and the walk time on Facebook, and people joined me. And
they just show up and join you and walk the neighborhood.
They would just show up and walk with me.
Well, the strength in numbers, right? Yeah.
Right. There's something about a shared experience. I think the group that walk, I think of it like a Google car. You know how when Google drives through and has that 360-degree camera? This is a group of people walking through a neighborhood and getting the sights, sounds, smells, and the feelings of Fresno neighborhoods. And then when we come back after the walk, we talk about what we observed.
Now, there are some Fresno neighborhoods where the sights and the smells aren't all that attractive.
Right.
Have you delved into any of those?
I've tried to walk every neighborhood. And I figure, these are where our sisters and brothers live, our sisters and brothers in Fresno. Our kids that are going to our schools are living in these neighborhoods. Why shouldn't I walk them myself and know the realities of these Fresno neighborhoods? It has really been
It's an eye-opener, right?
It is eye-opening. And so what I'm taking away with me after 52 weeks is the reflections from the people who walked with me. I tell you, a lot of people who walk with me, they see things that I didn't even see. They would talk about how it feels to walk by front yard fences. A lot of neighborhoods have put up fences that go around their whole house for security reasons. How does that feel? We walk through neighborhoods where house after house has front yard seating areas. People in some neighborhoods, Mike, live more in the front of their house. There's a community feeling with that is really powerful, and a sense of belonging that you don't find in every neighborhood.
You need to start taking a camera with you.
Well, good that you mentioned that, because I did.
You did?
I did. It's my iPhone. But using Facebook, after each walk, I would post the pictures that I took of these neighborhoods. So by following Fresno Mindfulness Walks on Facebook, you can look at the Google map and you can see up close and personal photos of every neighborhood in Fresno. So it's a resource for you or anybody who would want to look closely at Fresno neighborhoods.
Was there any one neighborhood that you would never go back to?
There wasn't. You
found something in every neighborhood that you could.
I did. When you look at something up close and slowly, we drive by these neighborhoods quickly and tune it out. But when you walk and you see it at eye level slowly, things become beautiful that you might not have noticed before.
Pictures, do we? Okay.
He's putting up some pictures of some of the things that we saw.
Pop one up and let's see. Folks out on the front lawn there?
You know what? This is a Buddhist temple in West Fresno where these monks are living. I had no idea that right here in my own community were these beautiful grounds. Here is a convent over by Central East High School, Central West High School, I think. One thing...
Somebody you met on the street there?
Somebody we meet as we're walking. And these are people who frequent these neighborhoods. Here's a group of walkers about to walk into an alley.
You're walking the tracks there.
We're walking the tracks. You see a neighborhood differently when you look at it maybe from a canal bank or from the railroad tracks.
Does anybody ever come out and say, what are you doing in my neighborhood?
Yes, a few times that has happened. We're almost always welcomed. I tell you, you put on a smile and greet someone, and I almost always got smiles back. But some people were surprised, what are you doing in my neighborhood? Maybe I don't look like everybody in their neighborhood, but everybody seemed to appreciate that their neighborhood was being seen, and maybe what they're up against, whatever it is. Whether there's boarded up houses on their streets, or maybe an end to their street where people are dumping mattresses. That's often the case. They were happy that someone was looking at this and wanting to talk about it.
So how often do you do these walks, and can anybody join in?
Anyone can join. I was walking every Saturday morning for 52 weeks.
So it's over now?
It's over. The first 52 weeks is over, but enough people have expressed interest in wanting to join me that I think I'm going to start again maybe October 1st. But the best way to find out about it is to go to the Facebook page and like Fresno Mindfulness Walks. And so when the new round of walks start, you can see the route location and the starting times. And someone can also see the Google map and all of the neighborhoods we've walked and see pictures and read what the walkers observed, the sights, sounds, smells, and feelings of these neighborhoods.
You could write a great book about your experiences, I think.
It has been life-changing for me. I think that I will go forward and in whatever way I want to participate in helping Fresno, whether you're volunteering or it's at your church or you're helping to clean up a park, whatever it is. This has really broadened my experience about the people who live here in this community with me. So I think I'll be different because of it.
All right. Lori, I give you a lot of credit for
Thank you.
what you've done, and
It's been
hopefully
moving.
we'll be doing again in October.
Yes.
So Facebook, Fresno Mindfulness Walks.
Yes.
Like it, and you can get all the info
Yeah.
if you start up again. Thank you for coming in today.
Okay, thank you, Mike, for having me.
Fascinating subject here on Central Valley Talk.